Porch light flickers in the autumn chill. Your empty mug is sitting on the windowsill. I found the silver necklace that you used to wear, just resting in the shadow of your favorite chair. I watch the headlights fading down the street. This quiet house is wrapped in cold defeat. I try to breathe, I try to close my eyes, but every corner echoes with goodbyes. And you walked far, right out of my frame, left a heavy silence where I used to say your name. The cracks in what was mine. The violin is weeping like a falling star. I am standing in the ruins 'cause you walked far. The calendar is frozen on the 2nd of May. Flowers in the vase have started to decay. Your side of the mattress is perfectly neat, a freezing empty desert underneath the sheet. I watch the headlights fading down the street. This quiet house is wrapped in cold defeat. I try to breathe, I try to close my eyes, but every corner echoes with goodbyes. And you say your name. You walked far beyond the borderline, leaving me to trace the cracks in what was mine. The violin is weeping like a falling star. I am standing in the ruins 'cause you walked far. Distance was a thing we could bridge. Now I am just a stranger standing on the ridge. You did not just leave town, you left my universe. I am reading through your letters, but it makes it worse, 'cause you walked far, right out of my frame, left a heavy silence where I used to say your name. You walked far beyond the borderline, leaving me to trace the cracks in what was mine. The violin is weeping like a falling star. I'm standing in the ruins 'cause you is hanging in the air. The thermostat is broken, but I don't really care. I left your yellow raincoat hanging by the hall, just watching heavy shadows stretch across the wall. I could throw the Polaroids into the fire, I could unplug the phone and cut the wire, but I hold on to the ache inside my chest. It is the only thing of you that I have left. 'Cause if I let it go, then you are really gone. So I keep the heavy hurting lingering on. They say I should be healing, stepping in the rain, but I'm terrified of losing you. So I am still loving pain. Yeah, the violin is crying a familiar melody, and I am still loving pain, 'cause it is all you left for me. The dishes in the sink have been there for a week. I haven't found a single reason left to speak. Your half-smoked cigarette is sitting on the tray, a tiny little monument to yesterday. I could throw the Polaroids into the fire, I could unplug the phone and cut the wire, but I hold on to the ache inside my chest. It is the only thing of you that I have left. 'Cause if I let it go, then you are really gone. So I keep the heavy hurting lingering on. They say I should be healing, stepping in the rain, but I am terrified of losing you. So I am still loving pain. Yeah, the violin is crying a familiar melody, and I am still loving pain, 'cause it is all you left for me. My friends just shake their heads and tell me to move on. They do not know the comfort of this empty, freezing dawn. This broken heart is bleeding, but the blood is beating true. Every single tear I cry is just a piece of you. 'Cause if I let it go, then you are really gone. So I keep the heavy hurting lingering on. They say I should be healing, stepping in the rain, but I am terrified of losing you. So I am still loving pain. Yeah, the violin is crying a familiar melody, and I am still loving pain, 'cause it is all you left for me. Still loving pain, please don't take it away. Still loving pain, it is where my memories stay. Still loving pain, it's all I have. Still loving pain, still the sofa to the other side of the room, trying to sweep away the shadows with a broom. But the dent upon the floorboard still remains, just like the water freezing on the window panes. I pour a cup of coffee, but I let it go cold. I watch the winter take a heavy, freezing hold. I thought that I could put the pieces back in place, but every corner of this room reflects your face. 'Cause you changed everything the day you walked away. You turned the brightest summer into shades of gray. The walls are quiet now, the clock has lost its beat. A freezing chill is crawling up from underneath my feet. The violin is weeping out a lonely string. I am left with nothing, 'cause you changed everything. The radio is silent on the kitchen shelf. I spend the midnight hours talking to myself. I found the concert t-shirt that you left behind, a cotton ghost that slowly tears apart my mind. I pour a cup of coffee, but I let it go cold. I watch the winter take a heavy, freezing hold. I thought that I could put the pieces back in place, but every corner of this room reflects your face. 'Cause you changed everything the day you walked away. You turned the brightest summer into shades of gray. The walls are quiet now, the clock has lost its beat. A freezing chill is crawling up from underneath my feet. The violin is weeping out a lonely string. I am left with nothing, 'cause you changed everything. You try to sleep, but the mattress is way too wide. A freezing ocean separating either side. You did not just break a promise or a tiny vow, you broke the whole foundation of my world right now. 'Cause you changed everything the day you walked away. You turned the brightest summer into shades of gray. The walls are quiet now, the clock has lost its beat. A freezing chill is crawling up from underneath my feet. The violin is weeping out a lonely string. I am left with nothing, 'cause you changed everything. You changed everything, left me in the cold. You changed everything. Story getting old, everything. You changed everything, everything. Everything. The faucet drips into the porcelain sink. I watch the water running down, too tired to think. The heat heating vent is blowing, but the air is cold. A heavy winter story that is getting old. I wrap myself inside the blanket from the bed, trying to quiet all the echoes in my head. But every shadow on the wall looks just like you, and there is nothing left for me to do. So I am sitting in the dark, crying without stop, watching the ceiling fan spin, waiting to drop. You took the sunlight when you walked out of the door, leaving me to drown right here upon the floor. The violin is sobbing, echoing the pain, crying without stop, lost inside the rain. I found a receipt from the diner down the street, 2 cups of coffee and a little something sweet. The ink is fading, just a blurry shade of blue. A tiny piece of paper holding on to you. I wrap myself inside the blanket from the bed, trying to quiet all the echoes in my head. But every shadow on the wall looks just like you, and there is nothing left for me to do. So I am sitting in the dark, crying without stop, watching the ceiling fan spin, waiting to drop. You took the sunlight when you walked out of the door, leaving me to drown right here upon the floor. The violin is sobbing, echoing the pain, crying without stop, lost inside the They tell me time will dry the tears upon my face. They do not know I am trapped inside this empty space. My eyes are burning and my hands are completely numb, waiting for a morning that will never come. So I am sitting in the dark, crying without stop, watching the ceiling fan spin, waiting to drop. You took the sunlight when you walked out of the door, leaving me to drown right here upon the floor. The violin is sobbing, echoing the pain, crying without stop, lost inside the rain, without stop. Tears kitchen door. Your favorite shoes are missing from the wooden floor. I water the fern you bought, but it is turning brown. The quietest living room in this sleeping town. I turn the radio dial, seeking a friendly voice. I sit alone in the dark, but it is not a choice. The air is heavy and the hallway feels so wide, with nowhere to run and nowhere left to hide. How does a blazing fire burn down into the cold? How does a beautiful promise just break and fold? We used to fill up this space with 1,000 dreams. Now I am tearing apart at the fragile seams. The violin weeps for a future we never knew, 'cause love turned empty the second I lost you. Drove past the corner store where we used to meet. I kept my eyes on the dash, staring at the street. Your sunglasses sitting right there on the passenger side, a plastic ghost of the days we were on a ride. I turn the radio dial, seeking a friendly voice. I sit alone in the dark, but it is not a choice. The air is heavy and the hallway feels so wide, with nowhere to run and nowhere left to hide. How does a blazing fire burn down into the cold? How does a beautiful promise just break and fold? We used to fill up this space with 1,000 dreams. Now I am tearing apart at the fragile seams. The violin weeps for a future we never knew, 'cause love turned empty the second I lost you. They say that a heart is a muscle that learns to heal, but nobody told me how nothing is supposed to feel. It is not just the anger, it is not just the falling tears. It is the hollow space echoing through the coming years. How does a blazing fire burn down into the cold? How does a beautiful promise just break and fold? We used to fill up this space with 1,000 dreams. Now I'm tearing apart at the fragile seams. The violin weeps for a future we never knew, 'cause love turned empty the second I lost you. Love turned empty, nothing left inside. Love turned empty, just a lonely ride. Love turned empty, the fire has gone out. toothbrushes are sitting in a jar. I stare at yours, wondering where you are. A half-done puzzle on the table glass, watching the shadows of the evening pass. The television plays without a sound. I pull the heavy curtains to the ground. The second hand is ticking way too slow, and I have nowhere left to run or go. I do not just miss your hands or the way you smiled. I do not just miss the days when the world was mild. I am carrying the weight of a heavy clock, a prisoner trapped behind a rusted lock. The violin is crying for the days we left behind. I miss how we used to be. I miss time. Your silver watch is resting by the sink. The front door hinges give a sudden groan. The hands are stopped, it pushes me to the brink, but it is just the wind, and I am alone. The television plays without a sound. I pull the heavy curtains to the ground. The second hand is ticking way too slow, and I have nowhere left to run or go. I do not just miss your hands or the way you smiled. I do not just miss the days when the world was mild. I am carrying the weight of a heavy clock, a prisoner trapped behind a rusted lock. The violin is crying for the days we left behind. I miss how we used to be. I miss time. They say the hours heal, they say the days erase, but every minute stretches out into this empty space. We had a future painted in the brightest gold. Now I am just a ghost getting slowly old. I do not just miss your hands or the way you smiled. I do not just miss the days when the world was mild. I am carrying the weight of a heavy clock, a prisoner trapped behind a rusted lock. The violin is crying for the days we left behind. I miss how we used to be. I miss time. I miss time when the hours felt like. I miss time before this endless night. I miss time with you by my side. I miss time. The porch swing rocks alone in the evening breeze. The autumn leaves are falling from the trees. A dried up rose is pressed inside a book. I pass the hallway mirror, but I do not look. I sweep the dust across the wooden floor. I hear the wind against the heavy door. The living room is huge, the air is freezing cold. I am stuck inside a story, getting much too old. How do I walk down this broken memory lane when every single street sign whispers out your name? I'm stepping on the glass of what we used to be, a lonely ghost wandering through the debris. The violin cries falling like the rain, and I am completely lost on broken memory lane. A dusty guitar is leaning by the bed. The strings are rusty, just like the words we said. A crumpled movie ticket sits inside the drawer. I don't even watch those movies anymore. I sweep the dust across the wooden floor. I hear the wind against the heavy door. The living room is huge, the air is freezing cold. I am stuck inside a story, getting much too old. How do I walk down this broken memory lane when every single street sign whispers out your name? I am stepping on the glass of what we used to be, a lonely ghost wandering through the debris. The violin cries falling like the rain, and I am completely lost on broken memory lane. The journey forward starts with just one step, but I am drowning in the promises we kept. Every intersection leads me back to you, a dead-end street painted in a lonely blue. How do I walk down this broken memory lane when every single street sign whispers out your name? I'm stepping on the glass of what we used to be, a lonely ghost wandering through the debris. The violin cries falling like the rain, and I am completely lost on broken memory lane. Broken memory lane, walking all alone. Broken memory lane, nowhere feels like home. Broken memory lane, just the falling rain. Broken memory lane. porch light is flickering where we always sat. I found your wired headphones tangled in the drawer. The silence in this bedroom is a quiet war. I trace the water drops against the window pane. I watch the street lights glowing through the pouring rain. I leave the hallway radio playing soft and low, with absolutely nowhere left for me to go. I reach across the mattress, but I only feel the cold. A story cut in half before it ever could be told. The violin is weeping out a melody so slow. I am standing in the wreckage, watching shadows grow. Yeah, the world keeps turning, but I don't know how. I am completely shattered, 'cause you're gone now. Your phone charger is still plugged into the bedroom wall. I wait to hear your footsteps walking down the hall. There is a tiny stain on the sofa from the tea we spilled, an empty little silence that can never be filled. I trace the water drops against the window pane. I watch the street lights glowing through the pouring rain. I leave the hallway radio playing soft and low, with absolutely nowhere left for me to go. I reach across the mattress, but I only feel the cold. A story cut in half before it ever could be told. The violin is weeping out a melody so slow. I am standing in the wreckage, watching shadows grow. Yeah, the world keeps turning, but I don't know how. I am completely shattered, 'cause you're gone now. They say the morning sun will wash away the dark, but I am just a lonely shadow in a frozen park. I try to breathe the winter air, I try to find a spark, but every single memory leaves a painful mark. I reach across the mattress, but I only feel the cold. A story cut in half before it ever could be told. The violin is weeping out a melody so slow. I am standing in the wreckage, watching shadows grow. Yeah, the world keeps turning, but I don't know how. I am completely shattered, 'cause you're gone now. You're gone now. Just an empty room. You're gone now. Lost inside the gloom. You're gone now. I am still standing here. You're gone now. is buzzing on your empty side of the bed. I pull the heavy cotton sheets up around my head. The sun is creeping through the crack in the blind, highlighting all the dust that you left behind. I pour the morning milk, I watch the kitchen clock. I hear the neighbor turning their key in the lock. The day is waking up, the world starts to spin, but this quiet house is keeping the winter in. How do I face this empty morning light when you were the only thing that made the shadows right? The violin weeps as the sun starts to rise, but it cannot dry the tears falling from my eyes. Yeah, I am terrified to start this day anew, waking up in the empty morning light without you. A half-finished crossword sits on the wooden tray, with your red pen resting where it always lay. I touch the ink, but the paper is perfectly dry. A tiny little detail that makes me wanna cry. I pour the morning milk, I watch the kitchen clock. I hear the neighbor turning the key in the lock. The day is waking up, the world starts to spin, but this quiet house is keeping the winter in. How do I face this empty morning light when you were the only thing that made the shadows right? The violin weeps as the sun starts to rise, but it cannot dry the tears falling from my eyes. Yeah, I am terrified to start this day anew, waking up in the empty morning light without you. They say the sunrise is a beautiful brand new start, but the dawn just completely exposes my broken heart. In the dark I can't pretend you are still asleep, but the daylight is a heavy promise I cannot keep. How do I face this empty morning light when you were the only thing? And we've said the sun starts to rise, but it cannot dry the tears falling from my eyes. Yeah, I am terrified to start this day anew, waking up in the empty morning light without you. Empty morning light, waking up alone. Empty morning light, this house is not a home. Empty morning light, please turn off the sun. Empty morning light. porch step squeaks, but it is only the wind. A heavy night where the shadows are pinned. Your black umbrella is still by the wall, waiting for rain that refuses to fall. I look down the driveway, I stare at the street. I listen so hard for the sound of your feet. The porch light is blinding, the midnight is slow, with nothing to hold and nowhere to go. But you don't return, and the hours just freeze. I am begging the silence, down on my knees. The violin cries like a bird with no wings. I am tied to the past by a million strings. Yeah, the door stays shut and the fire won't burn. I am waiting forever, but you don't return. Your reading glasses are left on the desk beside a letter, a beautiful mess. The bookmark is stuck on page 33, a story you started but ended with me. I look down the driveway, I stare at the street. I listen so hard for the sound of your feet. The porch light is blinding, the midnight is slow, with nothing to hold and nowhere to go. But you don't return, and the hours just freeze. I am begging the silence, down on my knees. The violin cries like a bird with no wings. I am tied to the past by a million strings. Yeah, the door stays shut and the fire won't burn. I am waiting forever, but you don't return. They tell me to leave the front door locked tight, to close the curtains and turn out the light. But how can I shut out the ghost of your face when every heartbeat is chained to this place? But you don't return, and the hours just freeze. I am begging the silence, down on my knees. The violin cries like a bird with no wings. I am tied to the past by a million strings. Yeah, the door stays shut and the fire won't burn. I am waiting forever, but you don't return. You don't return. Just the wind at the door. You don't return. You don't return. I cannot wait anymore. You don't return. Looking down the empty street, you don't return. Red circle fades on the calendar page, a silent actor on an empty stage. I kitchen door, holding 2 tickets to a canceled tour. I play a saved voicemail just to hear your tone, sitting in the dark, staring at my phone. The heater is humming, but the chill is deep. Just a tired shadow who forgot to sleep. How do I breathe when the air turns to ice? I paid for this love, but I cannot afford the price. The violin plays such a shattered, slow tune, reflecting the cracks in the pale winter moon. Yeah, the world keeps pretending everything is fine, but my heart feels broken, and you are not mine. Your gray winter scarf is still over the chair. I pull it close just to smell the cold air. A half-empty bottle of your favorite wine is gathering dust like this memory of mine. I play a saved voicemail just to hear your tone, sitting in the dark, staring at my phone. The heater is humming, but the chill is deep. Just a tired shadow who forgot to sleep. How do I breathe when the air turns to ice? I paid for this love, but I cannot afford the price. The violin plays such a shattered, slow tune, reflecting the cracks in the pale winter moon. Yeah, the world keeps pretending everything is fine, but my heart feels broken, and you are not mine. They say there's a cure, just give it some space. But how can I run when I'm stuck in your place? Every floorboard is a trap, every corner is a ghost, and the one that I need is the one hurting most. How do I breathe when the air turns to ice? I paid for this love, but I cannot afford the price. The violin plays such a shattered, slow tune, reflecting the cracks in the pale winter moon. Yeah, the world keeps pretending everything is fine, but my heart feels broken, and you are not mine. Heart feels broken, shattered on the floor. Heart feels broken, you don't love me anymore. Heart feels broken, listening to your tone. Heart feels broken. The grocery list still says to buy your favorite tea. The fridge is humming loudly, staring back at me. I haven't watched our show since episode number 9. I I sit here on the carpet, pretending I am fine. I pull the heavy curtains to hide from the moon, sitting in the corner of an empty, lonely room. The quiet is so heavy, it rings inside my head, a freezing silent ocean of the words we never said. 'Cause I am lost in silence, drowning in the still, waiting for a footstep that I know I never will. The violin is weeping, a melody so soft, but the music cannot save me when the world is turning off. Yeah, the air is getting thinner, fading out of sight. I am completely lost in silence every single night. I left the passenger seat pushed back the way you like. I hear the distant rattle of a midnight passing by. The radio is tuned to the station you prefer. Outside the frosted window, the city is a blur. I pull the heavy curtains to hide from the moon, sitting in the corner of an empty, lonely room. The quiet is so heavy, it rings inside my head, a freezing silent ocean of the words we never said. 'Cause I am lost in silence, drowning in the still, waiting for a footstep that I know I never will. The violin is weeping, a melody so soft, but the music cannot save me when the world is turning off. Yeah, the air is getting thinner, fading out of sight. I am completely lost in silence every single night. They say that talk is cheap, but silence costs so much. I'm starving for a whisper, dying for a touch. If I call your name out loud, it just bounces off the wall. A million different echoes, but you never catch my fall. 'Cause I am lost in silence, drowning in the still, waiting for a footstep that I know I never will. The violin is weeping, a melody so soft, but the music cannot save me when the world is turning off. Yeah, the air is getting thinner, fading out of sight. I am completely lost in silence every single night. Lost in silence, without a single sound. Lost in silence, with no one else around. Lost in silence, I cannot breathe the air. Lost in silence. The television static lights up the wooden floor. Your winter coat is hanging upon the bedroom door. I watch the shadows stretching as the embers die. A dusty mirror framing the circles round my eye. I try to read a book, I try to turn the page, but I am trapped inside this quiet, lonely cage. The midnight air is heavy and the clock is slow, with nothing left to hold and nowhere left to go. When the world goes completely blind and I am left with the ghost of you in my mind, there is no sound breaking through the wall, just the quiet ache when silent tears fall. Yeah, the violin cries and the dark takes it all, while silent tears fall. The kitchen sink is dripping, a steady hollow beat. I pull your heavy blanket around my freezing feet. There is a stain on the carpet from the wine we spilled, a tiny little space that can never be filled. I try to read a book, I try to turn the page, but I am trapped inside this quiet, lonely cage. The midnight air is heavy and the clock is slow, with nothing left to hold and nowhere left to go. When the world goes completely blind and I'm left with the ghost of you in my mind, there is no sound breaking through the wall, just the quiet ache when silent tears fall. Yeah, the violin cries and the dark takes it all, while silent tears fall. I do not scream, I do not shout out your name. There is no one left to answer, no one left to blame. Just a heavy kind of aching that I cannot fight, slowly getting swallowed by the silence of the night. When the world goes completely blind and I am left with the ghost of you in my mind, there is no sound breaking through the wall, just the quiet ache when silent tears fall. Yeah, the violin cries and the dark takes it all, while silent tears fall. Silent tears fall down to the floor. Silent tears fall. You are not here anymore. Silent tears fall, just the quiet ache clouds creep beneath my feet. A freezing draft is blowing from the street. Your favorite sweater hangs upon the chair. I reach my hand, but only touch the air. The hands upon the clock refuse to turn. I watch the final dying candle burn. The silence is so loud it hurts my ears. A quiet room holding on to wasted years. Welcome to these empty soul nights, where the darkness swallows up the city lights. I am just a hollow shell without you by my side, with nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. The violin is weeping, a melody so slow. In these empty soul nights, where did you go? Plant is sitting on the sill. The house is locked, but I am shivering still. Your handwriting is fading on the wall. A little note you left out in the hall. The hands upon the clock refuse to turn. I watch the final dying candle burn. The silence is so loud it hurts my ears. A quiet room holding on to wasted years. Welcome to these empty soul nights, where the darkness swallows up the city lights. I am just a hollow shell without you by my side, with nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. The violin is weeping, a melody so slow. In these empty soul nights, where did you go? I try to wash your scent out of the sheets. I try to walk completely different streets, but every single corner leads me back to you and leaves me freezing in the cold and blue. Welcome to these empty soul nights, where the darkness swallows up the city lights. I am just a hollow shell without you by my side, with nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. The violin is weeping, a melody so slow. In these empty soul nights, where did you go?